up, guys? For this video, I want to talk about my physical setup and ways that you could line up for consistency. But instead of just using this one angle, I'm going to do something a little bit different. Got my dog here, got my girlfriend with the other camera. We're going to show you another angle at the same time and how I like to line up for consistency to give you guys some ideas for how you can make your setup. Not only can you replicate it wherever you go, but find your comfort in your zone. So first off, when you're thinking about your setup, you obviously want to say, what is comfortable to me? Do I like to have my arms up here? Do I like to have them down low? I can give you some suggestions for what is smart ergonomically at the end, but the first step here and the first activity of this video is find what's comfortable for you. Do you like your keyboard tilted like Tarek in these pros? Do you like it tilted back and forth this way? Do you like it kind of the other way? It's recommended to have it slightly tilted. We'll get to that in a second. But I want to show you a couple tips that I use for when I set up when I go to any setup. So what I do here, the first thing I do is obviously the desk height is, depending on where you're at, you can't change that, but I know I have a certain desk height where when I sit in a chair, it rests about my elbows, where the elbows sit. So that's the first thing. Second thing is my WASD. The WASD, I line up on the left edge of my monitor. I do that so that I could feel comfortable with my arm and my seating, so at least I know that that's where that kind of base of operation is. My mouse hand, I kind of let float based on consistency for how I'm feeling that day, but I generally want my arm to be straight positioned, so I'm not going to be too out of range of where my comfort is, but I might be a little forward or a little back, depending on physical comfort that day. Those things change a little bit. Next up, the next drill you can kind of do is the iPhone drill or whatever phone you have at home. Once you find what's comfortable you, take your phone. I know my iPhone's roughly 3 distances away from the monitor when I'm in match setup. So I do 1, grab my finger, 2, 3. Find whatever phone you want. I have a couple different phones. Find the phone that you want to measure with or any object that you bring to land with you and measure. And then I know it's a little bit higher than my phone off the table when I set up. So these things help me know and help me get as close as I can to the same setup. And then even at your own home setup, just when you sit down every day, sometimes your keyboard shifts, maybe you're eating while you're gaming. I know all you guys do that. You just want to find that consistency. So go try that right now, guys. That's your activity of this video. Go find your setup, create some consistency for looking where does things line up. Maybe your WASD doesn't line up on the left side. Maybe your control lines up with the left side, or your tilt lines up. You get the point, guys. Find your own lineup so you could recreate it. Lastly, ergonomics. So, recommended to me by Dr. Levi Harrison, the hand surgeon, you guys can look him up on YouTube, was a slight tilt in the keyboard. That helps for the wrist, to have your back upright, to have your elbows resting, so when you're playing, your elbows rested, and to not be kind of too hunched forward. So, slight tilt in the keyboard, have your elbows straight on at the WASD in the mouse position, and have your back upright, and try to get that center point in your chest as high as you can. It might not always be easy to keep this position, guys. I know we all get a little bow on our shoulders, but do your best to try to get a little bit more ergonomic and save your long-term health. Lastly, I'll throw in a quick tip. Some of these stretches, guys, you could do will help with gaming. This is not really part of the video, but I just wanted to throw this in there at the end. Stretches, always keep your arm extended if you're going to do stretches. 2 I like are this one here, pulling back. Do it for 20 seconds. Do it the other way. 1 is keep your arm extended, put the thumb across your palm, close it, and then point downward. That's going to get across here. Again, Dr. Levi Harrison on YouTube has a lot of great videos. So anyways, guys, go find your setup, find your comfort, and create the lineup for consistency right now, guys. All right? See you in the next video.